right, you guys, welcome to another first subscriber wholesale deal interview. I'm here with Ali. Ali's from Texas. Just closed his first wholesale deal back in June of this year, June 2018, for $10,000. You guys, listen up. I'm going to have him share with you guys his stories, how he's first closed his first wholesale deal, and hopefully you guys will be able to learn something from this. Do take massive action, duplicate, and go out there and create your own success. Let's get going here. Let's help me welcome Ali. What up, buddy?
Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing,
So,
Khang?
hey, very good, man. Very good. So we got about 30 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and let you go ahead and share your story, kind of where you were and then where you are now and how you did your first wholesale deal.
Sure. So everything started back in April when I watched a live video. It was on like Ty Lopez website, I guess. It was Jalen White, and the guy was saying, "Oh, I bought my first Lamborghini at 21 years old, doing wholesale deal." I was like, "Oh boy, one of those live calls again." But I wasn't close-minded, so I watched the whole thing. And by the end of the live call, I was like, "Damn, that sounds pretty good. It sounds like too good to be true." So let me just watch more YouTube videos about this. So I started watching YouTube videos, and I came across one of your videos. I was like, "This thing is legit. Like people are really doing it." And I found another seminar. It was like 3-day workshop seminar from like another company. So I went to that seminar, and after that I basically started it. And before that I was doing Amazon FBA and social media marketing, but I wasn't making enough money. So what I did, I bought that Jalen White course. So I started doing it, but I wasn't getting any result. And it was about like 10 days before I was about to go to Europe, and I needed money. So what I did, I started watching YouTube videos, and I watched one of your YouTube videos that you mentioned keep cold calling on Zillow and Craigslist. So that's what I did. I started calling on Zillow and Craigslist. Like first day, I got nothing. The second day, I start cold calling. I got a lead. I got actually 5 leads. So I went and looked at all those 5 properties, and I got one of them under contract. And that one was kind of ruined because the lady said, "Oh, we want like $1,000 earnest money." I was like, "I can't do that $1,000 earnest money." And she's like, "Then if you can't do $1,000 earnest money, I can't, like you don't have enough fund to like buy our property." So that one was kind of ruined. So, but what she did, she's like, "It's okay, we're not gonna sell that one, but we have another one that we want to sell it." So I was like, "Okay, sounds good. So let's look at it." So we look at the another property. She was saying about 55K. So we negotiated, and she went down to like 45K for that property. So we got it under contract. I was like, "I can't do $1,000. How about 500? Is 500 sounds good for earnest money?" She's like, "Yeah, 500 is good for earnest money." So I put the earnest money one day before I go to Europe. Like the last day I got it under contract. So I sent it to title company. I sent the earnest money. I wired the earnest money. So I went to Europe. So now I'm in Europe. Like I have like $500 in my bank account, and I'm going to Europe. So I have to spend everything I'm gonna do on credit cards because I had to go to Europe to see my family. I was away from my family for like 8 years, and I had to see them. So I started marketing the property on wholesaling houses full time, and some other website and on Craigslist, and I got a few buyers for it, but none of them were like serious buyers. So there was another guy who was interested in property, but he wanted to do a JV deal. So I was like, "Okay, we're gonna do JV deal, but no matter what, I have to make 10K on this deal." And the guy was like, "Okay, we're gonna do 10K on this deal." And I was like, "If you can get an assignment a fee of like 15K, I'm gonna get 10K no matter what." And the guy was like, "Okay, we're gonna do it." So we did it. The guy agreed on 65K. It was around 65K, and I was like, "Okay, sounds good. 20K assignment fee sounds good." So the guy sent his inspection and everything else, Then the guy came back. I was like, no, we can't do 65, blah blah, this and that. I was like, oh damn, okay, so how much can we do it? And the guy was like, 55. I was like, no, we can't do 55. So we negotiated. We went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and he he agreed upon 13K, um 13K assignment fee. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So I talked to another guy for the JV deal. I was like, how about we do 30 to 70%? Like you get like 30% of the deal, I get the 70% of the assignment fee. And the guy was cool. I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. So I gave him like 3,500 something, and I got the rest. I got almost 10K off that deal. And after that, the lady said, we still haven't sold the first property that you were interested. Are you still interested in buying that property? I was like, yes, let's do it. The first property we agreed upon, and the first property she was saying 78K. After we negotiated, she said, okay, 55K. 55K was like the last price. I was like, okay, I sent her the contract on 55K. It was around June 6th. So right after we closed the first deal, I got the second deal under contract. So we got the second deal under contract, and I called the same guy that bought the last property. I called him, and I advertised it to some other website, to Wholesale, Facebook group, and nobody was really interested in that area except that guy. So the guy came, I showed it to him, and the guy was like, okay, how much you want for assignment? I was like, I'm looking to get like 10, 15K on this deal. And he's like, why? And I explained to him the situation, the area, because I knew the area really good. So I convinced him for 10K. And the next day he's like, I can't do 10K. How about we do it for 6 or 5K? I was like, no, I can't do 6 or 5K. I was like, I'm gonna do it like the minimum assignment fee I'm gonna get on this deal is 8K. Like take it or leave it. So like hour later, he texted back. He's like, "Well, how about 7K?" I was like, "Fuck it. Oh, sorry, sorry to sir." I was like, "Okay."
It's
I
okay,
was like,
man.
I was like, "Okay, just do it. 7K is good." So I sent him the contract. I was like, "Put the drop. You have to drop 2,500 non-refundable deposit before I send the assignment contract." And he did it. And after that, I sent him the assignment contract, and he signed it. And 2 weeks later, it was closed. It was closed on Friday, and today I just got the confirmation that how can I get my 7K assignment fee? I can show you the email. I was like, yes. It was like few hours.
Dude, Ali, congrats. And you
So
guys,
I've done 2 deals in 1 month.
dang, bro, congrats, man. Dude, that's awesome. So you guys, we have I got time limit on this, so I really apologize, but I'm gonna try to break this down really quick here. So Ali, you closed the first deal and the second deal while you were in Europe,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you found your buyer on wholesaling houses full time.
Yes.
Where do you get that information?
So actually, you mentioned it on one of your YouTube videos. I was like, how can I like find the buyers? And you were in one of your videos, you were talking about bigger pocket and um, uh, wholesaling full time Facebook group. So I start searching the bigger pocket in the Facebook group, and I joined, and I start marketing after that.
Nice job, man. Nice job.
I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see. It says, how can you guys get this?
Yep, we saw it. Nice, man. Dude, bro. And then after we're done, make sure you send me pictures with the checks on your first deal. That'd be awesome. So you found the seller on Craigslist.
Yes.
How many days?
No, on Zillow. On Zillow.
I'm sorry, on Zillow for sell by owner.
Yes.
And how many calls did you call until you got the seller?
So I was like, I wrote down on a piece of paper. I was like, I'm gonna make 10K on 10 days, no matter what.
Yeah.
I still have the paper here, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make at least 50 or 30 to 50 calls a day. And that day I made like 20 calls, 25 calls, and like none of them were like really motivated, or they wanted like sell it quickly or cash. They had like bunch of excuses. So I didn't give up. Next day I did the same thing. I kept calling all these people, and 4 or 5 of them, they said, come and look at the property. So I went and looked at all these properties with my buddy, and then one of them was really motivated. So we talked to that one, the one that I said it was ruined, because I
Yeah.
said I'm not gonna pay $1,000 money, and she said, okay, I have another property if you guys wanna buy it. Then we went with that property like one day right before I go to Europe.
Dang, bro, nice. So let's talk about the ARV. What is the ARV on that property? The first wholesale deal.
The first whole deal, the ARV was about 115 to 120K ARV.
150 to 120.
Yes.
Okay, and what do you guys got under contract at?
We got on the contract for 45K.
Dang, bro. And what was the asking price?
The asking price, we wanted to make about 15 to 20K assignment fee on it.
Right, but what was the seller asking price?
The seller asking price, she was saying about 60K.
Gotcha. 60K, and you guys lock it under contract for 45, and
Yes.
you send it over to, so you end up making 13 on it. So let me see here, plus 13. So you send it to the buyer. So the buyer buys it at 58. And what was the rehab cost?
The rehab cost was about 20 to 25K.
20 to 25.
Yes.
So let's just see if the ARV is 120 minus the 30% rules, that's 84 minus the 25, that puts it at 59. So the buyer, so he's estimating the ARV is 120 at the low point. So when the buyer's buying at 30% discount, Ali, you came right in there on the number. But if he's able to sell more, then obviously his profit is more. But great job, buddy. Awesome, man. So how did you get the seller to come from 60 down to 45?
Well, to be honest, completely in the entire time, I had like no clue what I was doing. I was just watching video on YouTube, like asking question on Facebook or from other people, and I was like taking action on it. So on negotiation, I was like, this house costs this much, doesn't have HVAC, blah blah blah. So I was just listing all these problems that the property has, and I was talking about the location because I knew the schools and everything else. So I basically knew like almost everything about that area. So based on what I knew, I convinced her to go down on the price.
Nice. And you put down 500 earnest money?
Yes.
And then and how long it took you to find a buyer, Ali?
It took me about a week to find a buyer.
1 week to find the buyer, and you find the buyer on Wholesaling Houses Full Time, correct?
Yes.
And you also found your co-wholesaler on Wholesaling House Full Time?
Yes.
Nice, bro. And so from the beginning to the end, how long did it took you to close on it?
So it was about May 10. It was less. It wasn't. It took us from the beginning to the end. It took us 3 weeks.
3 weeks, bro.
Yes.
3 weeks, $10,000. Which one? Who of you likes to make $10,000 in 3 weeks? So now, how long did you start the journey? So when did you actually start the journey of like pursuing wholesaling?
So I started it around it was around April that I watched the first real estate video, like
Nice.
that live call, like I said to you. And I had like no intention in getting to real estate. Like I was like, real estate, I might get into it like 10, 20 years from now, but
Yeah.
no way I'm going to do it now. Because I had no clue I can do it like with no money. So after that live call, I was like, no, it's like, it sounds way too good to be true. I don't think it's possible. But I was like, I'm just making my mind reasonable. I was like, no, that's just like close-minded thinking. So I didn't stop there. So I started watching another YouTube videos. I read a bunch of articles online, and I was like, this is legit. This is not illegal. This is not like crazy, anything like that. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I found a seminar, like 3-day workshop seminar. It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And they were teaching about real estate, wholesaling, and all of this stuff. So I went to that 3-day workshop like 2 weeks later after I watched that live call. Then I've learned a lot, like literally, I've learned a lot about it. It was like $200, but it was worth way more than $200. So I've learned a lot. And after that, I bought that Jalen White course. It was like 500. So I bought that course. I start sending the direct mail. I spent like $800 on direct mail and like $300 on a bandit sign. And it was like 10 days before I go to Europe. I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. Like I'm like, there's $1,000 in my bank account and I need money. I'm going to Europe. So I was like, yeah. So I started watching your videos on YouTube, and one of your videos said, oh, just keep calling on Zillow and Craigslist. Like nobody else told me to do that until that point. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it no matter what. So right after that video, I start calling people. I had like no clue what to say, what to do. It was funny. Like like the first video, like the first call, my hand was a little bit shaking. I was like, I had like no clue what to say. So after like few calls, I got comfortable to what to say and what to do.
Nice, man. Nice. So you guys, just let you guys know that Ali is part of our Massive Action Taker Wholesale to Million Facebook family.
I got your course right after I got the 10K. I was like, I'm gonna get this course.
Nice, man. Nice. So Ali, from now on, when you send out your assignment agreement, when you tell the buyer, you tell them a price. You do not tell them how much you want to make. You give them the price. So
Yes.
let's say you lock it up for 40. You will send it to me if I'm your potential buyer. You just send it. You'd be like, hey, the purchase price for this property is 50K or 60K. Do not tell me, hey, I just want to make 10 or 15 on it.
Yes, it wasn't like that. So
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, I got it for 45K, but I start advertising it for 60K.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so you basically just telling yourself that you want to make 10 to 15.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And after the buyer was agreed to pay 60K, I said, okay, now like the purchase price is 45K, our assignment is 15K, blah blah blah. Are you agree or not? You can sign it now. And
Cool.
after that, he was like, oh, okay, that's what's up.
Cool, man. Hey, you guys, I wish we have more time on this, but we don't. Ali, I apologize, man. Maybe we have to do a second version of this where you're going to talk about maybe your third, your fourth, or your fifth wholesale deal.
I'm actually on the third one. I'm going to look at the property tomorrow.
So we'll talk about that one because we have to cut this one short. I apologize, you guys. Ali, any last word for those who want to connect with you, and any tips or advice to give to those that are starting out?
Okay. You can add me on Instagram and Facebook. It's Ali M Kurbani. You can like link it down below on your
Sure.
On your video. And one last simple advice, like just do it. Just literally, just do it. Just watch the videos. Literally, do it right after you watch the videos. Like,
Awesome, man.
That's it. Like nothing too complicated. Just do it.
Awesome. And if you guys want to see more of Ali, join my private Facebook group, but it's ain't free. So anyways, you guys, Ali, I'll make sure I put all of his descriptions, his contact info, whatever you want people to reach out to you. And you're in Texas, right, Ali?
Right. I'm in Forward, Texas.
And the deal is the deal in Texas? Is the deal
Yes.
in your area? Okay, gotcha. So you guys, I'll put Ali, his contact info in the description. If you guys want to reach out to him, I'm sure that he'll more than happy to help you guys out. And we'll continue with Ali interview maybe on his third wholesale deal. So you guys stay tuned for that. I apologize, I have to cut this short. Ali, thank you so much for your time. Any last word, dude? Any last word you want to say?
I just wanted to say thank you for everything you have done, for the time you spend and give value on YouTube. Like, if it was because of your YouTube video that I made my first wholesale deal.
No, Ali, you did it all, man. You're the one who took actions. You're the one who did it. So the credit is all you, man. It's you, the one who made it happen. So I want to say congrats, Ali. 21, you're kicking butts. You got your first one. You got your second one. You're on your third one. And then later, you'll be my mentor. Thanks a lot, you guys. Take care, you guys. Ali, thank you so much for your time, buddy. Have a good one.
You're welcome. You too. Bye.